You don't care, do you? That's basically what a stock split is. Let's say you've got XYZ company. It has 1 million shares outstanding, common stock. Let's say the pre-split market price is $50 per share. Okay, and let's say that today, on October 11th, 2016, XYZ has a 2-for-1 split. Okay, so let's say out of those million, okay, let's say before the split, I owned 100 shares. Since they were worth $50 a share, that means my position was worth $5,000. The total market cap of XYZ is obviously 50 million. So it's 50 million. I own 5,000 of that. Okay, so today XYZ has a 2-for-1 split. Basically what they do for a 2-for-1 split is everyone who has 1 share of XYZ company stock gets another share. If you got 10 shares, you get 10 more shares. You got 100, you get 100 more shares. So now has 2 million shares. It doesn't have any more assets, doesn't have any more liabilities. Its earning potential is the same as it was before. What do you think is going to happen to the market price per share? It's going to drop in half. So the new market price, holding all else equal, is now $25 per share. And the market cap, once again, is 2 million times 25, or 50 million. In my position, I now own 200 shares. $25 a share each is now worth, once again, 5,000. So that's what a split does. So it's basically nothing, but you have to bear in mind when you're looking at the historical data for some stock, and you notice all of a sudden it dropped from 50 to 25, it may have been because it was split. Now they should give you split adjusted prices. I think the Wall Street Journal gives you split adjusted prices. On Yahoo, I think they do too. So what split adjusted means is you're looking at the prices from before today. You're looking at historical data it should have it at 25. So that way it doesn't show a 50% drop. Because actually it didn't drop, it just got divided up. So that's the thing you gotta be aware of. So just be aware of that when you go through and look. If you see any sudden drops, it is also possible to have a reverse split. That usually only happens when a company's stock gets very, very small. Sometimes they'll do a reverse split and they'll say, okay, let's say it goes down to 50 cents a share. Sometimes they'll do a reverse split and say 1 for 10. And so now, okay, instead of I had 10 shares, now I only have one that's worth $5 a share instead of 10 shares that are worth 50 cents each. So that's an example of that. There are a few stocks that they don't split. One example of that would be Warren Buffett's mutual fund called Berkshire Hathaway. See, that one, $216,250 per share. I don't think he's ever split that. He just lets it keep going up. And that's basically a closed-end mutual fund, an actively managed, but closed-end mutual fund. There's a few others like that. Most of them, though, they'll split it if it gets too big. There's not that many reasons. There used to be a lot of good reasons to split a stock. Used to be that if you bought less than a round lot, 100 shares of a stock, that you had to pay an extra commission. But that's no longer the case. And it used to not be possible to buy a fraction of a share, but now you can do that too.
Why would you buy a fraction?
Well, let's say you want to put a fixed dollar amount into it. Like say there's some stock that sells at $37 a share, and you want to buy $1,000 worth of it every month, stuff like that, Or if a lot of times what people will do is they will ask that their dividends be reinvested. So like you say, you get a $2 dividend on a $100 stock, you ask for it to be reinvested in the stock, so they'll give you 1/50th of a share. They'll do that. It's just a kind of for bookkeeping reasons. Be sure to watch out for splits. Be sure to get the split adjusted. I'm going to need for you to give me a link to your source of information in your write-up. Okay, so let me show you how I'm going to go about this with U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel is not what it used to be. U.S. Steel was one of the Dow Jones Industrials from 1901 until like 1991. It was originally incorporated from Andrew Carnegie's steel mills, and then they added on, basically Andrew Carnegie got J.P. Morgan, who was probably the greatest financier ever, he basically had sold it to Morgan. Morgan was an investment banker, and he took Carnegie's businesses and added a couple of other steel companies to it and formed U.S. Steel. And it went public in 1901, and the market cap was over $1 billion. That was the first company in the United States, or I think in the world, that had a market cap over $1 billion. And for a long time, it was one of the dominant forces in the industry here in the United States. It just shows you how far some of our basic industries have dropped. U.S. Steel is just a very shadow of its former self. But it might interest you. I put a link here. Here's an analyst recommendation for U.S. Steel stock, and they're saying buy it. They're saying that their biggest competitors in Australia are going to be at a disadvantage soon. Yeah.
It won't let us access it unless you have a subscription.
Huh?
It won't let us access that link. Like it only gives you like a portion of the story.
Oh, okay. The College of Business has a subscription, online subscription to the Wall Street Journal, and all of you in here should be eligible to use that. I will get the login and password for that. And
I have that with Wall Street, but this is Barron's.
Barron's?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, it should be able to get you on that article for Barron's, though.
If you click on it through Wall Street Journal, it'll
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is I gave you that link through the Barron's. I think if you click on it through the Wall Street, let me see if I can get a different link for you so you can get to that. Yeah.